Pope Francis is kicking off a historic first visit to Iraq today. He touched down with a red carpet ceremony addressing Iraqi and church leaders with a message of peace and tolerance. Iraq, of course, is seen by many as the cradle of Christianity, though decades of violence there have decimated the Christian population. ABC's senior foreign correspondent Ian Pannell has a closer look.
In the empty storefronts of the faceless shopping mall in northern Iraq, the forlorn and the forgotten eke out an existence. It's not much, but for 6 long, painful years, Rani and his family have called this home. They're just an hour's drive, but a world away from their hometown of Bartella, forced out one fateful day in August 2014 when ISIS came to their door.
We were just sitting, and some guys came to our house and told us to leave. We said that why? They said that don't ask why, just leave. They said that ISIS are near to you. If you don't leave, they will kill you. We went just wearing, let's say, a jacket and even without shoes.
This is a story of an entire religion that's been in Iraq since the 2nd century, targeted, persecuted, uprooted. The Christians of Iraq.
We are homeless. Why? Because we are Christian.
The American invasion of Iraq turned sectarian tensions into open warfare. Minorities lost their protection and were increasingly targeted by a new breed of Islamist extremism. First, there was Al-Qaeda, then came ISIS, which swept across the Nineveh plains of the north, the heartland of Iraqi Christianity. Iraq is the birthplace of Abraham, or Ibrahim, the patriarch of Judaism, Christianity and Islam, home of Babylon, some claim even the Garden of Eden. The country has more biblical sites than anywhere else outside of modern-day Israel. The 3 religions so closely linked flourished here for hundreds of years until the 20th century. First, it was the Jewish population, uprooted decades ago. Today, it's Christianity in Iraq that faces extinction. Only about 250,000 Christians remain in the country, down from at least 1.5 million just 20 years ago. We were in the region in 2017 as Iraqi forces fought to take back Christian towns and the city of Mosul from the black scourge of ISIS. This was a battle of the ages, and large parts of the old city were flattened by the fighting, where shell-shocked residents struggled to escape.
2 dozen people have just gone by, men, women. Some of them are clearly very badly injured. There's no hospital, there's no care. But just look at this to the right here, this old man, just being held by his grandson.
Today, ISIS is gone, but the scars run deep. Few places more so than the city's Christian community.
And Ian Pannell joins us now live in Iraq. Ian, it's great to see you. This visit comes, of course, as the country is struggling through another wave of the coronavirus, also some real security concerns on the ground there. Why did the Pope make this visit now, and how was he received today?
Yeah, you're right. I mean, there are huge concerns. In fact, I think many people were against the Pope coming here, but this is something that he has felt for a long time is a pilgrimage that he wants to make. I mean, Iraq is important for anyone, whether you're Christian, Jewish, or indeed Islamic. I mean, this is a country that, as I said in my report there, was the birthplace of the patriarch Abraham or Ibrahim. It's got all these biblical sites, but this is also about trying to heal some of those deep, deep wounds in the country. It's 18 years since the US invaded Iraq, and the sectarian divisions that it unleashed led to widespread bloodshed. It gave birth to Al-Qaeda in Iraq and also to ISIS. And those heals are still very, very raw. Those wounds, sorry, are very, very raw. And so the mission of the Pope really is to try and heal some of those divisions, to try and bring a message of peace and tolerance. It's a difficult message to try and bring to Iraq, but I think it's one that many people want to hear.
And I'm struck, Ian, by the fact that the Pope will not just be staying within a heavily fortified, secure zone. He'll be visiting holy sites in different parts of the country that have been that were destroyed, since been rebuilt. You've, of course, been reporting in Iraq for years, Ian. What is the significance of this visit beyond just the symbolism?
I think it is significant, firstly, because it's something that the Vatican, or certainly previous popes, have tried to do for a long period of time. But some of the people, some of the places that he's visiting are hugely symbolic, and it will send a wider message across Iraq and across the region. For example, he's going to meet Grand Ayatollah Ali Sistani. Now, he's arguably the most influential Shia religious leader in the country. He's someone that a lot of these militias look to and listen to. So the whole idea that you have the head of the Catholic Church meeting one of the most revered members of the Shia denomination, I think is hugely significant. And both of them want to try and put out this message of trying to heal some of those divisions, trying to work together. Now, there are a lot of political and military forces at play in Iraq. This is not a country that is at ease with itself. There are a lot of problems down the line: Iranian influence, the question of the American presence here, and divisions within Iraqis themselves, even within the Shia community. So there is a lot of work to be done, but I think the message that it sends to people is one that you can try and build something positive. And you only have to look online. The number of people I've followed for years now, for example, on Twitter, who cover Iraq, I mean, it's just bad news after bad news. It's bombings, it's divisions, it's people being forced to flee their homes. I mean, the last 24 hours has been incredible, seeing so much positivity emanating from social media about Iraq. When is the last time you heard any good news about this country? Well, I think we'd all struggle to remember that.
Yeah, we sure can. And so it is so great to see that there. Ian Pannell, thank you so much. Live for us in Iraq. We know you'll be covering the Pope's visit all weekend long.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.